So we are going to start by making a simple helicopter game in Scratch. So before you start programming anything, it's really important to have a plan because as you've seen, even a little mistake in programming can completely send your program off. And once you start using other programming languages, that mistake can be as simple as putting a capital letter. So remember we talked about how if your dog is used to hearing down, and that means lie down, and then suddenly you're telling him off when he jumps on someone, he's not going to know what you mean. Same thing if you've been telling the computer that helicopter has a capital H, and then one time you accidentally put a lowercase h, the computer won't know what you mean. Okay, it's like a password, right? If you type a capital, sometimes that will mess everything up. So before we start programming everything, it's really important to know exactly what we want to do. So what do we want our helicopter game to do? We want you to be able to drive the helicopter through the clouds. When you touch a cloud, we want the helicopter to say ouch. And when you reach the edge of the screen, we want the helicopter to move on to the next page. So that's 3 different things that I'm going to have to program. So let's think about the program. So what am I going to do with the helicopter? I want when the right arrow is pressed, the helicopter will turn to face the right, move 10 steps to the right. And then I'm going to repeat that for the other directions. If you press the up arrow, I want it to turn face up and move 10 steps up, and so on. The next thing I want to do, if I go back a slide here, I want when you touch a cloud, the helicopter says ouch. So I'm going to put that in a forever loop because I want it to happen over and over. If you're touching a cloud, you should say ouch. Easy. And the last thing I want to do is when you reach the edge of the screen, the helicopter moves to the next page. So I'm going to have to make more than one background. And I'm going to have to say that forever, if the helicopter touches the edge, we move to the next screen. So that's what my program is going to look like. Once I know that, it's not so hard to design. And we're going to look in the very next video, which is just underneath this one, at how we can start by designing the backdrop.